Art, both performing and visual, are part of our humanity. They are what make us human. Art provides us a variety of ways to express ourselves, as opinions and feelings are expressed through various art. Art is also an excellent way to understand the time period. For example, in the 19th century, it's easier to understand the time period when you consider the Romantics' rebellion against neoclassicism and the Academy. Many times in history, different arts have been used to express ideas that were not acceptable in some societies. On this episode of The Art Express, we explore the intricacies of art as customary. Welcome on board. Bolaji Ogunwo's art is informed by the people and events that permeate his immediate milieu. In the course of his artistic career spanning over a decade, he resolved not to be led by just the trending thematic and stylistic culture in the art practice, but to see and represent ideas the way he feels and not just the way they are. The reason he describes his art on frenzied canvases. This ventilate loudly through his palette, addressing socio-political issues ranging from corruption to moral deficit. Bolaji Ogunwo was born in Isolo, Lagos in 1978. He obtained a Bachelor of Arts degree in Fine and Applied Arts in the University of Benin in 2000. In 2006, he obtained his master's degree in Visual Arts at the University of Lagos, Akoka. A prolific painter and a portraitist, Bolaji has painted numerous commissioned portraits and conceptual paintings in oil color, acrylic, pastel, gouache, and mixed media.
My name is Bolaji Ogunwo. I'm an artist and an art lecturer in University of Lagos. I went to University of Benin where I had my first degree, and afterward I was posted to Federal College of Education where as a youth corper. So I think the journey started from there. The pedagogy, the teaching, I discovered that the flair for teaching, and I pursued it. I went for my master's, and God being so good, I got employed as a lecturer some years ago. Art is, for me, a language through which I speak, through which I express myself. Art to me is beyond aesthetics. It's a medium of expression. I say it's a medium of expressing my feelings and my thoughts in a visual language. Like I tell people, you don't decide who you are, you discover who you are. So I discovered that there was a talent, the talent was in there, and I had to nurture and grow it to stardom. Then I gave it all the attention it needed, and here we are today. Like I said earlier, my heart is not just aesthetic based. I tried to intellectualize my art. I try to make statement. It's not just a piece of decoration hanging somewhere. If you look at my works, literally they may look like something you have seen before, but they are pregnant with meanings. One of them, like I titled, Roll Back Our Girls, is addressing the capturing of the Chibok girls over a year ago, and I tried to lend my voice in that aspect.
It's no longer a story that over 200 Chibok girls were taken captive, and for over 400 days they are yet to be brought back. So, a campaign has been staged over time to bring back our girls. So this is my own way of saying we need these girls. These are champions of this generation. So I was inspired by the campaign, and I thought of making a statement, lending my own voice, since I couldn't go to Abuja to join the campaign, lending my own voice in a visual language. And this tire here is the tire of a motorcycle. So in the process of buying it, I got to know that there's a difference between the front wheel and the back wheel of a motorcycle. So this particular one is the back wheel, the back tire of a motorcycle, popularly known as Okada in Lagos. So we're saying roll back our girls. They were rolled away some months ago, and we are still expecting them. So I'm also saying in the strongest term possible that what needs to be done must be done, and these girls must come back. These are the Alele Williams of this generation. These are the Matai Wangari, the Nobel Prize winners of this generation. And we can't just fold our hands and watch them whisked away like that.
A copywriter by day and a poet by design, Ndukwe Onoha is a vocal commentator on Nigeria's socio-political scene. As a copywriter, he has created memorable ads for some of Nigeria's top brands and continues to play an active role in creating a new Nigerian advertising culture. Ndukwe is a regular along with top Nigerian poets and A-list artists in leading Lagos poetry scenes such as Taruwa, Freedom Hall, Unchained Voices, and Anthill. He has also performed alongside international poets Shavon Johnson and Mutabaruka. He draws his inspiration from the many human stories that play themselves out every day, providing a unique insight into the animal called man.
Inspired by the volume of music in that song house, a ton of thoughts through the air, riding on waves of heat and despair from the sea. There was no hope here, so she cried. On and on till the mother can take no more. See her weary breaths are dry and sore. She's a victim of life and a patient of death. So today she gains another death. Splash. There will be no more crying.
So my name is Ndukwe Onoha. Like I like to say, I'm a copywriter by day and a poet by design. As a poet, normal, what a lot of people would just call written poetry. That was when I was about 13, I think. Quite interesting. My elder sister got on my nerves. So instead of having a shout out with her, I decided to put my frustration into words. But as a spoken word poet, I think it was 2012 or thereabout, I met the likes of Effie, Plumbline, and a few other people at I think it was Chill and Relax, or I don't even remember what it was, but I know we met up, started talking about poetry. I was encouraged by the spoken word and I decided to just try it out. And well, it's been smooth sailing since then.
Here lies revolution, our revolution. Embarked upon with little conviction, we march through the streets, it was the fashion. We raise our voices in great unison, we give flight to fantasies and reason. Treason was to stop believing. Hoping the air it is the season, give thanks to God for he is weaving. Even in this last hour of the evening, lost in this game of self-deceiving, soaked in the drench of sweat turned crimson. Listen, crowd dispersed by the tear gas combustion. Who wants to lay down his life for his nation? So we sigh in frustration. This is my salutation. For here lies your, our revolution.
A lot of people have called my spoken word angry because I always do a lot of social issues, talk about politics, about, just whatever the social issues of the day are. So that's, for me, that's what I do a lot of. Spoken word seems to be, or has given me a soapbox of sorts. I just mount and address whatever issues that are prevalent. A lot of people, when a lot of people talk about Africa, it's always this romanticized thing, of the lions through the jungles, of mothers carrying their babies on their back. But I think the real African story, the contemporary African story, is the one in which we're living now. One where you need more freedom of the press, where you need more citizen participation in their government, where you need more open government, where you have beautiful souls rendering beautiful music, beautiful poetry. So if we just converse, or if we converse about every day through our poetry, yeah, we're telling the African story. So it's, what are you doing today? What are we doing today? Who's doing what? That is the African story. It's nothing romanticized, it's just every day. So to that extent, yes, perhaps I've been able to tell the African story through my poetry.
Puff pass, puff pass. Pain don't last long as we got this grass. Puff pass is all I hear. Yo, who's that shawty over there? My people excel in self-delusion, puffing on this government-sanctioned infusion of misery and pain, political polygamy, systemic degradation, laced with state oppression. But that's all right, my friend. Tonight we will puff pass, cause pain don't last long as we got this grass. Long as we got these lives, what's the day of our lives, pain don't last long as we got this grass. My mom swears I was born into a good economy. My dad says screw it. The government's a euphemism for sodomy. My brother's too busy for the white man to pick up his phone. My sister goes where? When I ask if she's coming back home. My cousin's got a Schengen visa saying he's gonna hustle. I'm back home, Alex O's lost the means to shuffle. You go better, man, this too shall pass, cause pain don't last long as we got this grass. Justice burning, your life not worth a penny, so lose it. Kidnapping is brown gold, there's a fixed deposit account to prove it. The new Joseph of our times, an ex-con come from 2 years behind bars. But see, pain don't last long as we got this grass. Cause we will puff, we will pass, we will puff, we will pass, cause pain don't last long as we got this grass.
I don't plan my poetry. So when I start writing, I think it just sort of goes on from there. When it stops, I stop. For spoken word, yeah, I just keep writing. For a few, I sort of try to follow a few rules, but then who says which rules are supreme, A lot of people have their different. Some people want to think about it first. A lot of people want to write, rewrite, but just write, The more you write, the more you land on that one thing, the kernel of your story. And the rule is there's no rule, there are no rules, Just write. If it hits you, if you're sleeping and you remember, or a verse hits you, or a line hits you, try as very much as you can to just get out of your sleep and write. So just write. There are a few people I really enjoy listening to. Like I said, I've mentioned Efe, there's Titi Lokbe Shonuga, there's like Plumb Line and sometimes I just want to hear what these guys are saying, because then that makes me, a better poet as well. My challenges are that even though I keep saying just write, I can never be still enough to write as much as I would love to. So I think my challenges would just be my own mind running all over the place. I need to be still a lot more so I can write. The industry is getting a lot more recognition than it did, let's say, even a year ago.
and that's because of the consistency of those who have been passionately pushing the boundaries or the frontier. I think for us it's just to continue doing what we do, what we love, make ourselves more visible, just go out there, and in due course, just like it's happened for music and it's happened for comedy, I believe if you just keep pushing and we don't relent, then spoken word will take its place. Keep on keeping on. Don't look at it as a money-making thing, because the money won't come now, if it comes at all. But just keep putting your heart out there, because somewhere down the line, someone is going to listen. And once someone listens and tells someone else about it, and people start listening, then if you want, if it's your dream to turn into a business, you can. But first of all, you need to have a voice that people listen to, and to be able to be a voice that people listen to, you need to just keep doing what you do. Don't let anything stop you.
The period was a revolt against aristocratic, social and political norms of the Age of Enlightenment, a reaction against the scientific rationalization of nature, and partly a reaction to the Industrial Revolution. Its actual causes correspond to the sense of rapid, dynamic social change that culminated in the French Revolution and Napoleonic era. With emphasis on imagination and emotion, Romanticism gained momentum in France and Britain in the early decades of the 19th century and flourished until mid-century. Romantic artists were fascinated by nature, the genius, their passions and inner struggles, their moods, mental potential, and the heroes. They investigated human nature and personality, the folk culture, national and ethnic origins, the medieval era, the exotic, the remote, the mysterious, the occult, deceased, and even satanic. The Romantic artist had imagination as a gateway to transcendent experience and spiritual truth. Artworks in this period include Cupid and Psyche, 1817, Bonaparte crossing the Alps, 1800, Aldina Ruin, 1825, The Rise of the Carthaginian Empire, 1815.
Now, tissue paper roses are inexpensive to make, but the result is a handmade decoration that's quite beautiful. They can be used to decorate everything from a wedding reception hall to a wrapped gift. The size of the rose depends on the size of tissue paper you use to make the rose petals, and the green stem and leaf are optional. Our creativity instructor is on standby to show us how.
Hello children, welcome to your favorite segment on the Art Express. My name is Uncle Emmanuel. Today, what are we doing? I'm going to show you how to make tissue paper flower. Now, what are the materials you need to make tissue paper flower? We are going to need tissue paper itself. We are going to need a straw, and we are going to need scissors. Okay, you have to be careful when using this instrument. And I'm going to use this as my rope, okay, to tie my flower. Now, let's start. Now, from your tissue paper, you are going to take out 7 pieces. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, now the next thing you do, you have to arrange your tissue paper. Okay, set them, make sure that they are equal. Okay, let me arrange them here. Okay. Now the next thing you do, which is very simple, just you start folding your tissue paper to the front, to the back, to the front, to the back. Okay, you fold to the front, to the back, to the front, to the back, to the front, to the back, to the front, and to the back. Then you now hold your you hold it at the center. Can you see that? Now, if you look at it, it looks like something that you are very familiar with. Like what? Like a bow tie. Very good. But we are not making a bow tie, we are making tissue paper flower. Now I'm going to use one of these rope to tie it at the center. At the center. Now see this? You turn it. Okay, then I'm going to tie it under here. Very good. Very good. Okay, let me put it down just like this. Very good. You can tie it twice. Okay, so that it won't remove. Okay, I'm going to use my scissors to reduce the rope. You know, whenever you're doing anything, just make sure that it is very neat. Very good. Now, I'm going to get my straw. Okay, now you bend the straw like this, then you press this place. Okay, you press it very well. Now take the straw and use it to cover the rope at the center, just like this. Very simple. Now we go on and use the second rope. Now this time around you are not going to tie the tissue paper, you are tying the straw. You are using the straw as the handle of the tissue paper, just like this. You can turn as many times as you like. Okay, then tie. You have to tie it. Okay, that's the reason why we are using ropes, so to tie this straw. Okay, you can see that. Very good. I have to reduce my rope. Now, does it look like a flower yet? No. The answer is no. Now, how do you make it to look like a flower? Very simple. Now, from each side, you start picking one. You pick one from here. You pick another one from here. One from here. Another one from here. Now, let's go. You pick one. Now, you pick it up very well. Whenever you pick, you know, it is tissue paper, it is very light, it can tear easily. So you have to be very careful with it, but you make sure that you pick it up very well. So pick it up. Okay. You come to this place, you pick another one up, just like this. Then you come to this place, you pick another one from each side. Okay. You come to this place, you pick another one. Okay, you come to this place, you pick another one. Okay, back to the other side, pick another one from each side. Okay, you pick it up very well, you cuff it. Come to this place, pick another one. Okay, very good. You can see that it's looking like a flower already, but we have to pick up everything. Okay, pick another one, very good. Come to this place. Okay, you're picking up everything. Okay, pick up another one. Very good. Again, back to this place. You're picking up one. And back to this place, another one. Very good. Very good. We're almost through. Okay, the last one, just pick it up like this. And the one here, the last one. Very good. Wow, what a beautiful flower. Very simple to make. Okay, kids, next time you see me on this show, I'm going to show you great things. I remain Uncle Emmanuel. See you next time.
Imagine how great our world would be if not for the beauty of a Monet painting, a Beethoven symphony, or a Wole Soyinka play. Taking time to appreciate this beauty is what makes us human, and that's a very important quality to hang on to, especially in these days. This is where we draw the curtain on the show today. Join us again next week.